I'm Peng 老师 from American Teaches Chinese, and today I'm going to go over lesson 1-2, so dialogue 2, and I'm going to go over the actual dialogue. So the dialogue is between Wang Peng and Leo. They start chatting after bumping into each other on campus. So, as I've mentioned to many of my students in the past, it is important that you try to immerse yourself in the characters as soon as possible, because characters are actually the way that Chinese communicate in written form. They don't communicate in pinyin. I know some teachers might say, hey, maybe learn pinyin at first and then slowly work your way into characters. However, I found that once students start to recognize characters and memorize characters and their meaning or in the meanings, it actually is a lot easier. So it requires a little bit more of time investment at first, but it helps in the long run. So I'm going to go over this dialogue in Chinese characters, but please note that you do have the pinyin here. So if you don't have the book yet, just pause this, take a screenshot, and you'll have the pinyin right there. And so let's begin. So first is Leo. So Leo says Wang 先生. So Wang is a surname. So it's between Wang Peng and Leo is the conversation. So in Chinese culture, typically you'll put the surname first and then their actual title. So the title follows the surname. So 先生 means Mr. So literally it means Wang Mr. Okay, so here I'll take notes. Wang Mr. And again, I'm taking notes just literally speaking. So the literal translation for everything. So obviously in English, you're going to want to flip that around. If anyone asks you to translate, you're going to want to flip it around. All right, and it says, 你是老师吗? So 你 means you, 是 are, 老师 teacher, right? So 老 means like venerable, 师 is a master, ma is a question particle. So again, this is just a literal translation. So you are teacher, question, okay? Are you a teacher? That's how you would translate it properly into English, okay? And then Wang Peng says, 我不是老师, and that means I not am teacher. I'm not a teacher. Not am teacher, meaning I am not a teacher. All right. And what I can also do is space the translations out. All right. That way it makes it a little bit easier for you. All right. And then it says here, 我是学生. So he's continuing. He says, I am student. So 学 means to learn. 生 means like an okay, the suffix so I'm a learner, meaning I'm a student. I am student, meaning I am a student, okay? And then he continues and he says Leo, right? So Leo. 你呢, which means you, question particle is another question particle. It's less commonly used than the ma. It's typically used with just saying like 你呢. And there's a few other usages, but again, it's less commonly used. So it means you, meaning you question, so meaning how about you, right? And then Leo responds and she says, 我也是学生, and that says I also am student, okay? Remember the also goes before the 是 to be. So in English, you would typically say, I am also a student. I also am a student. I guess sometimes people say that, but typically the am will come before the also. Okay, but in Chinese, remember to flip it. I also am student. Okay. And then she asks him, 你是中国人吗? So 你 means you, 是 are. 中 means middle. 国 kingdom. Okay. Kingdom, it's also kingdom because there's what you call jade. This character in the middle of this box, right inside the box, is actually jade. So it's actually like the national jewels, right? So middle kingdom. So you have a box with a line going right through it, and then ren, person. So Chinese actually call themselves middle kingdom, okay, in Chinese. While in other countries, actually China was named after the first emperor who had the surname Qin. So China, in English it's an I, but actually in other languages it's sounding like an E, Qin versus China, right? So in any event, yes, so it says you are a China person, question, meaning are you Chinese? Are you a Chinese person, right? So again, I'll just translate literally, and then you can work on the other, the proper translation in proper English grammar. So China or Chinese, you can say, person, and then question. All right, and then he says, 是, am, which means I am, right? Am, which means I am, okay? And then he says, 我是北京人, and which means I am Beijing. So Beijing, the capital of China, means north, and then Jing, capital. Bei is north, and then Jing is capital. Ren, person. So if you're saying that you're a person from somewhere, you just add the character for person at the end, okay? Person, if you kind of look closely, it looks like a head here, and kind of looks like a person walking, okay? They don't have their arms out. Their arms might be by their side, okay? So that's called a pictogram, all right? So I am Beijing person, meaning I'm a Beijinger. And then he asks Leo, 你是美国人吗? And that means you are, okay, May actually means beautiful. It also kind of sounds like America, right? May. So both the sound and the meaning, okay, kind of come together very well with this one. So American person, question. Are you an American person? And then she responds, 是 means am literally, and that means I am. And then she continues and says, I am, okay, so 我是纽约人, 纽约. It sounds similar, like if you learn Spanish, it sounds very similar, so you might be able to guess that's New York. It doesn't have the k, but actually in England, for York, it's yue-ke, so it could be 纽约客, but they just kind of omit the k. So it's a little less obvious in English, but it's New York. So New York person, okay? I'm a New York person. So once again, the pinyin is here, okay? If you need to refer to it, it goes line by line. So Leo, Wang Peng, and then Leo again. Okay, it's the same exact thing. It's just in pinyin. So again, you can kind of look at this, pause the video, and try to take a look at that. All right, that's the end of the video. 谢谢大家，我是彭老师，再见。